I hope I get to the mandir alive. When Shiva heard about it, he got so mad. He destroyed her father. He destroyed everybody that was there, the kingdom, the village, everything. And he got her body and he started dragging her body across all of India, right? The origin of the world, where everything comes from, where everything comes to be, it came from this place, from the womb of the Devi. And that is the Devi that is worshipped on the top of this hill. Welcome to Project Shakti. We are going to explore and document all the shrines hidden here at Nilachal Hill in Assam, Guwahati, India. Here is where Kamakhya resides. There are all these secret temples all around it, and we're gonna explore all of them. Come with me. Right when you come by the gate that takes the road that leads you straight up to the hill to Kamakhya, on your left-hand side, you're gonna have the Ganesh Mandir. And everybody knows that in Hinduism, Ganesh is the first one to be worshipped, and here he is called the Dwarpal. He's the gatekeeper, right? Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. He's the first one that we're gonna worship before going all the way up to Kamakhya. So let's go and see what the Ganesh Mandir looks like.
Gonna say something on camera?
Jai Ganesh.
There's another one.
So we start here. Om Gam Ganapataya Namaha. So they say that Ganesh is actually a manifestation of Bhairav, because Shiv, he has all these guys that he would follow him around, and they were called Ganas. So, and they were all very different. They had like animal heads, 5 eyes, 3 hands. And what is the name of Ganesh? One of his other names is Ganapati. Pati means like the leader. So he's the leader of the Ganas. Right? So Ganapati was one of the Ganas that would follow Shiva around. He was one of the Bhairavas. That whole story about him being the sun, you can actually find it anywhere in the books. And the story of Kamakhya goes that Sati, she wanted to marry Shiva, right? So Shiva, he was meditating in the Himalayas, right? So Sati, she did lots of penance, lots of meditation. She managed to conquer Shiva. And they say that Kamakhya is the goddess that aroused Shiva so he would wake up and have the desire to create the universe. But when Sati managed to conquer Shiva, her parents, they were not happy. Her father, he was very angry. He was like, we invested so much in your education, and now you are roaming around with this bum. He just sits down there in the cremation grounds with his loser friends, with ashes around his body, carrying human skulls. Why do you want to go out with that guy? He just smokes Jalam all day. He made this whole sacrifice, this big ritual, called everybody from the village, everybody from the kingdom, and he didn't invite Shiva. And when Sati found out about it, she got so mad and she threw herself into the fire and she killed herself. And when Shiva heard about it, he got so mad. He destroyed her father. He destroyed everybody that was there, the kingdom, the village, everything. And he got her body and he started dragging her body across all of India, right? And then Vishnu, he was seeing that Shiva, he was grieving and he was carrying the weight of Sati's body. So he started to throw his discus and cut the body parts of Devi. So, you know, the weight of Shiva could be lesser. And then everywhere where a piece of Devi fell, like there fell the hand of Devi. So in there, they built a temple, and that is called a Shakti Peethas, a place of power. And then in another place, her head fell, her feet fell, and here at Nilachal Hill is where the womb of the Devi fell. So here the vulva of the Devi fell. So the origin of the world, where everything comes from, where everything comes to be, it came from this place, from the womb of the Devi. And that is the Devi that is worshipped on the top of this hill. We are on our way to the Shiv Mandir behind the Nilachal Hills. First, we need to worship Shiva. We need to become Shiva, and then we go worship the mother. The pandit that he offered me the temple, I'll become a pandit in the temple. He said that he wants to travel, he wants to go on pilgrimage, but he's stuck here with the temple. Then he said, if you want, you can take care of this temple. So I'm gonna talk to him, and I'm gonna become a Shiv pandit at the Shiv Mandir. I hope I get to the Mandir alive.
How was the ride?
The ride was nice. We got here alive. So going down here is a secret mandir. Nobody knows about it, only the locals here. The history of this temple is actually very interesting. Ravana, he was doing lots of penance for Shiva, and one of the things that he did was that he built all the Shivlings. He built thousands, millions of Shivlings, and then he threw them in the Narmada River. And this is one of the lingas that was recovered there in Narmada River. They brought it here and they built this mandir here. Beautiful Ganesh, painted on the walls. This here is a form of Shiva that is half Shiva and half Parvati. So it's like Shiva and Shakti in one single image. Be careful here because there's no railings, there's nowhere to hold, so you can fall. So look where you're stepping.
Do I look like 70-year-old old man to you?
No, I'm talking to the people that might come here. Oh, Namah Shivaya. And I have this thing that every time I come to the temple, I come and then I touch the Shivling. I was going to touch that one, of course, and he said, no, just when it's so powerful that just by looking at him is enough. You close one of Nandi's ears and then you whisper something that you want in the other ear. First, there is a linga in here, and then this tree grew around it. So this was existing here before. This one is the one that they found at Narmada River. And then if you look closely, there is like a natural engraving here.
Like third eye of the Shiva.
Well, what are the chances of finding a linga that has an exact image of an eye imprinted in it, right?
Right.
Naturally. And when you go around the linga like this is called parika, circumambulation. We have the V here also. And now we're gonna show you behind the tree that grew around it. It's like giving the rock a hug.
Yeah, it's like part of one single formation.
I just got a Rudraksh mala from Babaji itself. One of the most peaceful mandirs I've ever been. This is how it should be. When you come to a Shiv temple, you should feel shanti, shanti, shanti. Peace, peaceful, right in the middle of nature. I am whispering because the sound here is so quiet, so quiet. The Baba gave me a Rudraksh. He saw that I was not wearing one, and then he just gifted me the one. That was so cool.
They left me, wait for me. No, they left me. Wait! We are going to enter the main temple here. That's the main gate.
Now we are officially in Kamakhya's ground. We just got a coconut here. There's a place there where you have to break the coconut in front of a murti that is there. And the thing is that you have to break it on the first try. So I got a coconut, and let's see if I can do it on the first try and break the coconut and offer it to the goddess. Jai Mata Di. One go. Look at this big lion. If you know that Durga is standing on a lion, so you have like this lion guarding this entrance here. Inside there is the main image. Inside there is a rock that resembles a vulva, and this rock inside there is what's worshipped as Kamakhya. What time did you get here? 7:30 a.m. What time is now? What time is it now?
It's 1. Past 1. 2 o'clock.
So they've been here since 7 a.m. and they still have a long way to go because they're going to another line and stuff. So they've been coming here since morning, right? Since 7 a.m. That place over there is like a holding cell for all the pilgrims because there's lots of people here, right? So first they put you in a small room over there, they take you from that room, they keep you here in this place, and from there you go into the main image after this. So here you get a coin and you try to make it stick on the wall. You make a wish and then you stick it on the wall. If it doesn't stick, then like you are out of luck. And if it sticks, then maybe your wish will be granted. All the goats that you see around here, you can get them and take the goats to the sacrificial house, or you can actually free them. You can get a goat and they do a ritual and they let the goat free. So this is one of the rituals that they do here. Let's see if they let us inside the sacrificial house. This red here is the home kind of architecture, and this here is the North Indian style of architecture. There is one sculpture that every time I come here, the sculpture is covered because it's a very erotic, very sexual sculpture, so they keep it covered, but it's right on the walls of the temple. The Devi that is here, she has her legs open, you can see her vulva and stuff, so they keep it covered. But this is the kind of sculpture that we see like in the Khajuraho complex. There, it's famous for the erotic sculptures, so here they have the same thing. So around the complex here, you will have 7 Das Mahaviras, and inside the main temple there is where the following 3 Mahaviras are. So this is the sacrificial house here. You see those goats, they are locked in those little poles, so they are ready to be sacrificed. And here, this guy, he's sacrificing the goats here to be offered in a ritual called the Panchamakara. Okay, so Panchamakara, there are 5 offerings. They have the offering of mansa, which is meat, maja, which is fish, they offer grains, they offer alcohol, and maitun. Maitun represents the sexual union. So back in the day, you could imagine that they would actually offer all those things. Today, some things are substituted by more like acceptable things, but the goat sacrifice, the animal sacrifice is still going on in this temple. Let's see if I can talk to some people here. What time did you guys wake up to be here? 5 a.m.? What time do you think we're gonna actually be there to see? 3 more hours, right? So all these people, they wake up really early, they stay in this line here, see how long it goes all the way down there. At least here they have a really nice view of the temple, right? You can see the whole temple from here. This goddess here, they represent the yoginis, Tantric goddesses. So each one of them represents like a facet of reality, right? So one might represent disease, so you need to worship them to keep disease away. Another might represent hunger, so you need to worship them to keep hunger away. They just came out. So these guys, they just came out. We talked to them when they were at the waiting room there. How was the experience?
As for the first time, it starts very exciting.
And how did you feel like when you got to the main image there? Were you able to see the rock, the main image that is there? Yeah.
Goosebumps.
Right. You have to come and feel it for yourself.
We have to experience.
Of course.
Live.
Was the rock covered or were you able to see?
It was covered.
It was covered this time. Okay. And this concludes our tour of the Kamakhya Temple. This is the main temple at the Nilachal Hills. Kamakhya Ma, the queen of this hill. Here in Assam, the kingdom back then was called the Ahom kingdom, and this is very specific of Ahom architecture. See the structure like here, just walls, the way they built this wall here, is this kind of curved
shape,
yeah. So this is very common here in Assam. It was built way centuries back during the Ahom kingdom. Other thing that happens here is you have to be careful. We are working with the phone, we are filming, but there are some things here that they don't like when you point the camera at. And yesterday, this guy here, he tried to film China Master, the most secret and fierce of all Tantric goddesses, and it did not go well.
I was not filming the goddess. I was filming the staircase that was so scary because it was like this much.
Very steep.
Yeah, very steep. And so I was just pointing my camera down, and they called me out.
So respect the place, it's a sacred place. If they say photography is not allowed, don't come here and take pictures, okay? So this is the last temple that we're visiting that is actually at the Nilachal Hills. This is the Bababalak Hanuman temple, a very ancient temple. Of course, Hanumanji, he is the god of strength and devotion. He's the biggest devotee of Ram. So he teaches us how to be a good devotee, to have discipline, right? And he's worshipped for like a sportsman because he's the monkey king, right? So he does lots of physical activities. So of course, to reach the Hanuman temple, it wouldn't be easy.
The path to the temple is very beautiful, and guess what? I came to this temple last time on 1st January of this year 2025, and this is December now. Today is 16th.
So you came on the first month of the year and you're back here at the last month
of the year.
And everything happens for a reason. So if you came here in the first day of the year, did you enter into the temple?
Yes, of course.
Right, so now we're coming back there so you can thank Hanuman for the year that you have.
All right. But I'm a non-believer, brother.
But then I saw her face. I'm a believer. Can you guys feel how peaceful it is out here?
Yes, it's
There's nobody here.
pin drop silence is what we call it. Look at this.
Oh, look, it's like a Vaishnav elephant. The markings on the elephant's forehead is the markings that the Krishna devotees wear. We are leaving now the temple premises. We just left the last temple that is actually inside the hill complex here, Nilachal Hills, on our way to Kamakhya. Now we are going to the bank of the river there. One thing that is interesting about this temple here is that the Pandit, he told us that Hanuman is the protector of the west side of the hill, right? So all of these mandirs, they were built here in a mandalic structure to represent the mandala, the Kamakhya mandala. So you have Kamakhya at the center, the Dasmahavijas around it, and then you will have the other gods around it, right? So Ganeshji is guarding one of the entrances there, and Hanuman is here guarding the west side. One story they also tell is that Hanumanji is actually one of manifestations of Shiva, because you know Shiva, he is called Mahadev, and what does Mahadev means? He's the great god. So Shiva, he wanted to see what it's like to be a devotee, so he chose to come to this planet, to earth, as Hanumanji, so he could be like the best devotee of Lord Ram, right? So that's the story. And then Parvati, she wanted to come with Shiva. She was like, oh, but you're gonna come back as Hanumanji, what am I gonna do? So they say that Parvati is actually the tail of Hanuman, that like his tail has kind of like a life of his own. That's because that's Parvati, that's Devi, and Hanuman is actually Shiva. He is actually a Bhairav.
So right now we are in the bank of the Brahmaputra river. This is the south bank, and this is the most isolated bank of Brahmaputra that you'll find in Guwahati city. And not many people knows, not many people can bring you here. Only lone tree.
Look at this view. We're right here at the sunset at Brahmaputra river. Oh, a fish just dumped. See that circle there?
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful place, beautiful view. It was a very exhausting day. We walked all over the hill. We went all around this place so you can show you the thorough tour of Kamakhya Nilachal Hills. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so we can continue doing the good work.
Press the bell button, like, subscribe, follow, share it with your friends.